going on. And let me tell you, Jared, it was unreal. I mean, this conversation between me and the other guys that are fans of the National League teams, we're fighting it out. I mean, people were looking at me like, you gotta be kidding me, Phillies and Yankees in a series, but I'm telling you, I'm sticking by it all the way. I really believe it's gonna happen.
I know, Mike. I was home today, sitting home here watching both the Phillies and the Yankees. I had the DirecTV extra innings package, and I was keeping tabs on both games. And I'm telling you, man.
It was a heck of a day for baseball fans. Jared, thanks for joining the program tonight.
You're welcome, Mike.
All right, Jared, have a good night. We'll be talking to you again next week as Jerry's a regular on the program here.
I'll see you on Tuesday night with the CDs, all right?
All right, buddy.
Okay, pal.
All right, Dan, we have a special guest dropping in. Dan, are you there?
Am I here?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, Dan, we have a special guest dropping by. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Hey, everything is everything. How's it going? It's Michael Beeson, 105.3 TASFM. How you doing, Michael?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I just found you still on the radio. I just wanted to say hello. Wish you the best of luck, my brother.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so what are we all talking about?
Well, tonight we're talking about the New York Yankees. I spent the day up in New York City, and it was an interesting day, to say the least, in New York.
Oh, you caught the Yankees game today?
Yes, I was at the Yankees game today. Yes, I was. I was down there, actually right by where Bobby Abreu is, right there on the field level, down the right field foul pole.
And was he sitting in a lawn chair?
No. No, everything's everything.
Phillies fan, what are you doing at Yankee Stadium, my brother?
Well, I believe Yankees Phillies in the World Series. I bought into it. I believe that they're the two best teams in the baseball right now.
Well, I think you're smoking crack, and I need you to tell me where you're getting some of that fine drug.
Okay, that was a joker. Dan, you there?
I'm here.
Yeah, that was a joker, obviously, talking about smoking crack. I don't know who the guy was, but he was pretty good, though. That was enjoyable, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, he's got a sense of humor.
Exactly. That's what you sometimes need to wrap up a segment. And, Dan, I'll tell you, it looks like we're out of time here on this segment, so I want to appreciate you. I want to thank you so much for dropping by tonight, and you know what, we'll have to have you back again sometime in a couple weeks, maybe.
Sounds good. Send me a note. Let me know when you want to have me back.
Well, Dan,
I appreciate the invitation, Mike, and I wish you luck with the program.
Dan, thank you very much. I appreciate you because you definitely stood up and took stride to to admit that you missed the show last time, and tonight it was a great show, and I really enjoyed having you.
Thank you very much, Mike.
All right, Dan, take care. I'll be talking to you in the future.
Sounds good, man.
Okay, have a good night, Dan. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Dan Gross. And right now we can take your phone calls, 856-227-1360, 856-232-7077. Lines wide open. That was Mr. Dan Gross, who's definitely a good friend of the program. And I appreciate him stopping by and spending so much time with us tonight. He spent almost a half hour of his time tonight with us. I appreciate that so much. It's been a great program, and like I said, I'm full of energy coming back from New York. I mean, that place is just unreal. And we have a caller ready to go. Good evening, caller. You're on the air.
Hi, I have a question. Why do you think the Phillies would do so good for him?
Well, I'll tell you why. What's your name, caller?
Jack.
Jack?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Jack, I'll tell you, here's the reason why. Look at this team. Once they get fully healthy, this team's going to be a playoff contender. I mean, right now they're in the race. They're only 4 games out of first place in the East, and they're roughly 2 games out in the wild card. Unfortunately, I'm not up to date on the wild card numbers, but Jack, you want to take a call? I have a caller on the line for you.
Yeah, but you know what? No, I want to talk to you because they're a 500 ball club. I'm telling you. Their pitching stink.
Okay.
They're not going to go anywhere. They're not.
Nah, Jack, come on, man. Look.
No, I disagree with you, Mike. I disagree.
What do you think about the Eagles? Because I have something to say about the Eagles right now. You ready for it?
Dad.
With Donovan McNabb as the quarterback, you're not going to win anything. Bottom line.
Right.
Okay? With
I agree.
Kevin Cobb or somebody, they should have kept Garcia. That was number 1 mistake. Okay?
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more with you.
I mean, enough's enough with that. I mean, Kevin Cobb or somebody like along those lines
Right.
needs to be your quarterback.
He choked in a lot of big games, and I know that.
Well, exactly. And my theory is, like I said, Kevin Cobb would be the man, or maybe go get a veteran, but Donovan McNabb is not going to win a Super Bowl. I'm guaranteeing that right now, and I'll tell you.
Early.
I'll tell you right now, I'll let people know where I'm at when McNabb wins one, because it's not going to happen. I'll tell you that right now. Jack, thanks for the call. We have another caller waiting on the line. Good evening, caller. You're on here, so I'm gonna give you a chance. One more shot at the phones, and we have a call in line. Good evening, caller. You're on the air. Mike Phillips.
Yeah, Mike, it's Dennis.
Dennis, welcome back. I know you want to wrap it up, so go ahead. We got about 3 minutes. Shoot.
Yeah, you did a good job tonight, and unfortunately, Roscoe called in, and it's just, it's very ironic, Mike, very ironic that here they are ripping people to shreds on their show every week, and when I say something, now right away they want to call and complain that I'm ripping their show. Isn't that ironic?
Dennis, I'll tell you, this stuff is like, it's really getting to the point where, like, you got to look at the mentality of people here, and, Dennis, since you're here, though, maybe somebody wants to call in for you, 856-232-7077 and 856-232-7078. Both lines are wide open. We have about 3 minutes left in the program, so we can definitely go ahead and, take your call real quick here.
Yeah, why did Roscoe call?
I have no idea why Roscoe called, but...
No, I'm saying why doesn't he call now?
Well, here's the chance. I mean, we've got 3 minutes left to do the phone segment here, and, I'll tell you, Dennis, I wanted to get into this with you real quick about relationships.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Here's the million-dollar question I want to ask out there. Maybe the callers can help me with this real quick, because I didn't expect, to have Dan. The segment with Dan was so good and so interesting. Dan just brings such a good passion with him, and I'll tell you, that's what Philadelphia is about, is passion. And, we have next week, of course, next week's program's already, I'm just thinking about what we can go with, and it looks awesome, the potential for next week. I mean, wow, I wish we could do another hour tonight, but unfortunately, we're not the radio racket, so we can't just throw another hour in there.
Well,
But,
no, maybe if you broker some time on a server, you can. I mean, that's it.
Well, I
Just
know.
brokering time on a server, so.
When this night started, though, Dennis, I didn't even want to do this. I was like, oh, do I have to do it? And I didn't want to leave New York, and obviously, I ran out of New York. Let me tell that story real quick. I ran out of New York. I made one train connection. So here's what happened. I go up to this young lady, and I say to her, look, I really got to get back home. And I got into the story, and I told her, I said, I'm doing a radio show tonight, and, I've met so many great people today in New York City. Let me say that much. I met passionate baseball fans. I met decent people. For the caller earlier knocking New York, hey, everybody has their own opinions. I love the place. It's the number one market in the country, Dennis. And you're right, you know that. And look, but here's the thing. Why do girls always got to sit there and play with their hair? Or why can't they just come out flat out and tell you, look, hey, I'm interested in you? Or at least say hello to you.
I've always said the same thing. When you go to these clubs or when you go any place else where you have men and women, and it's basically, number one, the reason...
Wait a minute, Dennis, we got a caller. I want to try to get somebody in here. Let's do it. Good evening, caller. You're on the air with Dennis Marcucci and Mike Phillips.
His last name is Coon.
Dennis, we got rid of him. He's a real joker.
We got Beavis or Butthead. Which one?
First, we had a guy try to do a parody of some guy at WDASAM. He's talking about crack. I mean, who knows?
Oh, maybe he's speaking from experience. Like, you never know.
You know what? This has been the most enjoyable hour I've done. And you know what? Everybody told me that. They said, enjoy yourself with this thing.
You have to, exactly.
They said that. They said, Mike, enjoy yourself with this show. And, and even this girl I met today, like I said, I met so many different girls that I spoke to during the course of the day. She even said to me, just have fun. You're on the radio and you have all this, potential out here with all these listeners. And real quick, because we're running down to about 2 minutes left in the program, I also want to definitely let everybody know out in Port Richmond there's a Polish carnival going on. I had some awesome potato pancakes from, which they call Polish palaski. I'm sure the Polish people want to call in and say I didn't say it right, but they're all out there tonight having a good time. They had the Polish-American string band out there. I stopped by to grab the palaski because I had such a busy day from New York, then over here to New Jersey again, so it's been a crazy day. And as you can tell, next week, we're going to have a lot of fun. Well, tonight we had fun. Dan Gross, what a show, though. Dan Gross was here tonight.
Mike, I have a question for you.
Go ahead, shoot.
At the Polish carnival with all the rides, do all the rides go backwards?
They actually didn't have no rides. That's okay, Dennis. You know what? Real quick, 856-232-7077. 856-232-7078. Don't forget also you can reach me off the phone lines. You can reach me online at myspace.com/radiostar2007. That's myspace.com/radiostar2007. And we're down to the very, very end of the program here. We got basically 30 seconds to go. I'm so happy I decided to come back in studio, Dennis. I'm going to let you wrap it up, so...
Oh,
wish
talk to
everybody.
you offline, okay?
All right, Dennis. Thanks a lot. Dennis, once again during the program, very special thanks to Dan Gross, who made this show an awesome show tonight. Thanks again to him. Dan, you're the man, as always. I want to wish everybody a great week. And don't forget, I'll be in Atlantic City. You can see me down there. And that'll be it for tonight. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next Thursday night, 9 p.m. right here on WNJC 1360. Jerry, there?
Yeah.
Okay, we had this exciting conversation going on, and let me tell you, Jerry, it was unreal. I mean, this conversation between me and the other guys that are fans of the National League teams, we're fighting it out. I mean, people are looking at me like, you gotta be kidding me, Phillies and Yankees in a series, but I'm telling you, I'm sticking by it all the way. I really believe it's going to happen.
I know, Mike. I was home today, sitting home here watching both the Phillies and the Yankees. I had the Direct TV extra innings package, and I was keeping tabs on both games. And I'm telling you, man.
Okay, we are live with some breaking news here into the Beer Man Network newsroom. We have a report that the star of Swamp People is dead at the age of 13. Once again, this is crossing the wire. The star of the show Swamp People has died of a heart failure at the age of 13. And it is the dog. Tyler the Swamp Dog has died at the age of 13. So that's who has died. Tyler's owner is Janet Mitchell. And Swamp People stars Bruce Mitchell's wife says the dog's heart gave out around 1 a.m. Monday morning after a 3-year battle with congestive heart failure. So once again, the dog star of the show Swamp People has died at 13 years, I don't want to say of age, but 13 years for the dog. And the star of Swamp People, the dog, has died at age 13. So that was one of those, I actually thought it was a real person that died. What a way to kick it off here with the Beer Man Network. But that's breaking news. You were listening to the best of the Mike Phillips Show on WNJC 1360 from back in the day. We're here live now on April 28th, 2014, getting ready to bring it to you live, coming your way, 8 p.m. We will open up the phone lines and see what's on your mind tonight, okay? So stick and stay. Don't you dare go away. This is the all-new Beer Man Network, powered by Ustream.tv. And in just a few, we'll be taking your phone calls, powered by TalkShoe.com and the new 77 FM. So, what's going on at this point? Well, Bryce Harper to miss at least 2 months due to thumb surgery. So the Nationals are without their star outfielder, as Bryce Harper will miss 2 months due to thumb surgery. And Phillies, Yankees, Mets all off tonight. And that could tell you something, because over here in studio I have the hookup for all 3 of their sports channels that their games mostly air on. I also have the MLB Extra Innings television package. But tonight it is the Beer Man Network taking your telephone calls at 724-444-7444. Show ID is 90026 on tonight's broadcast. So we will see you in just a few when we go live for the main event, 8 p.m. East Coast time.